what is the situation from your end? Are we likely to see or experience fuel crisis because of the reason that your colleague Duncan Amoah has given? Did you share the same view?
We do basically, but not necessarily any serious issue that we need to be worried as a country. Like he did indicate it. I think the problem that we currently we have experienced in Greater Accra now is basically because when we pick up the signal, we engage the regulator. The regulator gave preference for BRVs to load towards the northern part of the country. And as a result of that, the demand, I think we could not really prioritize those in Accra. And that is why we've seen that. There are also issues that borders on the logistics and planning, like he did indicate, with regards to issues concerning the Lacan allocation and then also plan of some of these routine maintenance. At least if we had known some of these maintenance, we could have planned accordingly. But the issue as to whether products are on high sea, currently as I'm speaking to you, we've had a vessel of PMS that has already been discharged. There is another 37,000 metric tons of petrol that started discharging this morning. And leading up to this, in a week's time, we have about 3 vessels, all over 30,000 metric tons that will be discharged. Some of our members have also had a special arrangement with the regulator to open up the jetty for them so that they can also bring in smaller vessels to also discharge to ensure that the market is kept afloat. The most important aspect of this whole thing that we wanted to debunk is that it's not because of good for oil, that is why we are experiencing this. Although in the past, because certain preferences were given to BOST, that the whole program was centered around them, it made business sense for some of our members to scale down because we didn't want a situation whereby you come to the market and then come and have an unhealthy competition with a state entity that when losses, they made any form of losses, it will come in a form of levies that all of us will be bought by. Whereas as a private entity, when you make such losses, you will bear it on your own. I want to reiterate this fact and indicate that from 2017 to 2022, there about December, where the introduction of the Go for Oil came up, the bulk oil importers have demonstrated competency and capacity to supply the market, and not even in the midst of the crisis, Ukraine, and then the COVID period that Ghana or any part of our country experienced these shortages that crippled the cities like Paris, Lagos, London. We never had that issue, and I think we've demonstrated that we have what it takes to keep the market going, and it's not something that we should be worried about at all.
I see. So in essence, I mean, the most difficult part of the situation is behind us.
Definitely.
Very well. Thank you so much for that. Thanks so much for speaking to us tonight. Dr. Patrick Ofori is the Chief Executive for the Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors. Eyewitness News.